our project has to do with CPR. Our question is, how can we improve the way kids learn CPR? In our skit, one kid walks up on someone who is unconscious and not breathing. Fortunately, this kid knows what to do, but what if he didn't? Why is learning CPR super important? Cardiac arrest is one of the leading causes of death in adults, and drowning is the leading cause of death in young boys and the second cause of death in young girls. The chances of survival in both situations can be increased by using CPR. According to a report from the CDC in Atlanta, the most important reason a kid should learn CPR is that a person's chance of survival increases by 40% when CPR started within the first 4 minutes of collapse.
A 9-year-old boy saves his 2-year-old sister after she fell into a pool by watching TV. By Tristan performing chest compressions and the rest of his family calling 911, she's expected to be fine. In Tristan's county, there were 28 cases where CPR was needed. 14 of them were sadly fatal.
Today, there are lots of ways to learn CPR. The American Heart Association offers classes in a classroom with an instructor. Videos are watched with a demonstration afterwards. Per nurse Amanda Norwood, the videos are boring and the classes last all day. There are also online courses available. Books are another source of CPR education. All of the books had lots of pictures but lacked color or excitement. There are also articles and TV shows. But bottom line, these learning tools were not meant for kids our age.
Currently, there are lots of things available for adults, but none to meet a kid's learning needs and styles. So after learning what was already available, we discovered we needed to do something that would meet the unique learning needs of older elementary school kids. So we decided to create a Save a Life party. The party needed to teach hands-on CPR while making CPR memorable. Our team talked about what goes on at a party and how to apply those pieces to a CPR learning experience. We knew we needed games, food, and party favors. For the CPR part, we needed some type of promoting equipment, a teacher, and maybe a video. For the Save a Life party, a parent or healthcare provider friend will teach the hands-on CPR session. During the education session, the instructor will be using funny videos to show the basics of CPR. There are accurate but entertaining videos online. These videos appeal to both visual and auditory learners. Partygoers will practice compressions on a small mannequin. Each pair of participants will have their own large rubber ball to practice compressions on while they wait for their turn with the management. This type of hands-on activity works great for hands-on learners. Each kid can take the ball home as a punishment.
Music will be played to help keep the 100 beat per minute rhythm required for effective CPR. A CD with similar music will be sent home with the kids. Music is great for auditory learners. The instructor will ask questions. Correct answers will be rewarded with some kind of treat. All kids respond to the reward system.
Next, we eat cake. By creating a CPR-themed cake, the kids are reminded why they are here. Eating is an extremely social event and actually eating the cake is a very hands-on sensory activity. Who knew eating cake could touch so many different learning styles?
Break for Annie. Nothing's more fun at a party than breaking a pinata. How we tie that back to CPR? Again, we could do American Red Cross or CPR mannequin, better known as Annie. Interesting tidbit. In the late 19th century, a woman's body was pulled from the river Seine. Years later, in 1955, her image was used as a model for the CPR mannequin. Breaking an Annie CPR pinata reinforces what the children have already seen and learned earlier in the day.
In CPR and Nerve Wars, teams are made. The CPR instructor will act as a referee. The Nerve War begins. As each player is shot, he or she must go to the sideline and perform correct CPR for 1 minute on a rubber ball. If CPR is done incorrectly, the player must begin again and do CPR correctly for 1 minute. Once done, the player may return to the game. After 20 minutes, the team that spends the least time doing chest compressions wins.
When the party ends, everyone goes home with their party favorites. Our Save a Life party spans a will teach kids from 8 to 11 years old hands-on CPR in a new and effective way. Any questions?
Very good, guys.
Time.
5:26.
That needs to be worked because they allow 20 seconds. So
That will be perfect. And I will fix this.